looking to connect a region of over 600 million bridges between our lands.
Hello and welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Maricar Velasco, delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region. On today's headlines. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. has reported to the United Nations the recent collision between Filipino and Chinese fishing boats near Recto Bank or Reed Bank in the West Philippine Sea on June 9. The European Commission has issued a statement calling on the government to show credible improvements on issues of concern in order to avoid the withdrawal of everything but trade references. XinhuaNews.net reports that Thailand and Laos on Friday signed an agreement on building the fifth friendship bridge between Thailand's Boinkin province and Laos' Kansai province. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. has reported to the United Nations the recent collision between Filipino and Chinese fishing boats near Recto Bank or Reed Bank in the West Philippine Sea on June 9. In a statement delivered during the 29th meeting of states parties to the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea or UNCLOS on Monday, Locsin underscored the duty of all states to come in aid of persons in distress at sea. He said that 22 Filipino crew were left in the water until a Vietnamese vessel took them on board, adding or expressing eternally in debt to the strategic partner Vietnam for such act of mercy and decency. He adds the incident, to put it diplomatically, highlights the moral and possibly legal, though one wouldn't wagger on it, imperative of coming to the rescue of persons in distress at sea. Article 98 of UNCLOS explicitly provides for the duty to render assistance. The country's top diplomat highlighted that the same duty is found in the International Maritime Organization's International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, as amended, and the IMO Convention on Maritime Search and Rescue. He says it is the obligation of every member state of the UN and of the IMO to pay not just lip service to these conventions, but to observe them in real life and death situations. Locsin said the rescue of persons in distress is a universally recognized obligation of people and governments, as he described the abandoning of people in distress as quote-unquote felony. He says while no sanction is available in international law, it should be a cause of some concern. The incident involving Filipino fishing boat GEM VIR-1 and a Chinese fishing vessel occurred in an area within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The collision resulted in the sinking of the GEM VIR-1 and left the Filipino crew floating on water for several hours. On the collision between a Chinese vessel and a Filipino fishing boat on June 10, Chinese foreign spokesman Lu Kang expressed sympathy to the Filipino fishermen whose boat later sank, saying it was just an accident and should not be linked to the bilateral relationship. China has acknowledged its fishing vessel hit a Filipino boat in the disputed South China Sea in an incident that prompted an outcry in the Philippines, but denies the collision was intentional.
那么，中方对在这次事件中遇险的菲方渔民表示慰问。这个事件发生后呢，中国和菲律宾双方已经通过多层级、多渠道进行过数次沟通。中方想强调，这是一起海上渔船意外相撞事件。那么现在呢，有些方面把这个事件与两国人民的友好感情，与两国关系挂钩，甚至呢，还有些人进行政治化的解读，这些呢是不合时宜的。 中方将本着高度负责的态度，继续全面认真调查此事。
Senior Boeing executives on Monday apologized to airlines and families of victims of 737 MAX crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia. Speaking at the Paris Air Show at Le Bourget Airport, CEO Kevin McAllister said the company was very sorry for the loss of lives in the Lion Air crash in October and Ethiopian Airlines crash in March. A total of 346 people were killed. Executives also apologized for the disruption to airlines and passengers from the subsequent grounding of all MAX planes worldwide. They stressed Boeing was working hard to learn from what went wrong, but wouldn't say when the plane could fly again.
I've been in this industry for 30 plus years, and this is the most trying of times. But without a doubt, is a pivotal moment for all of us. It's a time to capture learning. It's a time to be introspective. And it's a time for us to make sure accidents like this never happen again. We are working closely with our customers to find opportunities to mitigate this disruption and help them where we can. And we know we have work to do to regain their confidence and the confidence of the flying public.
At least 15 people have died after a passenger ferry sank off the Indonesian island of Java, police said Tuesday, the latest maritime accident to hit the archipelago nation. Authorities said the overloaded boat was carrying around 50 people when it overturned Monday in rough seas near Madura Island. Search and rescue teams found 13 bodies Tuesday morning, bringing the total number of dead to 15 with 31 survivors. Rescuers are searching for at least 3 people officially listed as still missing, but local reports have suggested that there could be more victims not on the official manifest. East Java Police spokesman Franz Barung Mangera said in a statement that it's suspected that the boat was overloaded and that the boat was hit by a large wave, overturned and sank. A Vietnamese border guard opened fire and injured 3 people at his patrol station before killing himself on Saturday, state media reported, in the communist country where gun violence is extremely rare. Civilians are banned from owning guns in Vietnam, an one-party state where a vast police force and soldiers are among the few officials with access to weapons. On Saturday, a border guard in southern Long An province near Cambodia opened fire at his post, injuring 2 colleagues and a local resident, according to the official Vietnam news agency. The shooter holed himself up at the post in Bien Hiep, Mi Commune, before committing suicide, VNA said, identifying him as Second Lieutenant Ta Quang Dat. Some unverified media reports said one of the injured victims later died in the hospital. Dangerous crimes are uncommon in Vietnam, though in recent years, a small number of high-profile incidents have chilled the country. In 2016, a forest ranger shot and killed 2 provincial officials in northernIen Bai province before turning the gun on himself. And last year, a pipe bomb tore through a police station in southern Ho Chi Minh City, which officials later said was a politically motivated crime carried out by terrorists.
Net25 is now available on OSN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa.
Watch your favorite Net25 shows on OSN channel 725, same day as the Philippines.
Net25 shows live and on demand
Anytime, anywhere,
on any mobile device on OSN Play.
What's up, everybody? Just like snow in Las Vegas being a rare thing, so are opportunities in life. So whenever they come around, seize the moment. Tune into Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Net 25. I'm Ahmed Santos, your EBC correspondent, always one with 25. Peace!
Hello Digital Nesters, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch our future features.
Landmarks, Linggo, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi.
Welcome back. The European Commission has issued a statement calling on the government to show credible improvements on issues of concern in order to avoid the withdrawal of everything but RMS trade preferences. An EC and European External Action Service delegation wrapped up a visit to the kingdom on Monday issued a statement. It highlighted concerns regarding the violation and potential violation of political rights, freedom of expression, freedom of association, rights to organize and collective bargaining, and dispossession of families caused by economic land concessions. In a report in the Khmer Times, the EC noted that the steps toward improving compliance have been taken by the government and will not continue to monitor the situation until mid-August. Meanwhile, government spokesman Phai Sifan yesterday thanked the EU as a partner for development in the kingdom. However, Mr. Sifan reiterated that the kingdom will not succumb to foreign pressure. Chimpal Virun, spokesman for the ruling CPP, yesterday said Cambodia has implemented its own laws and that its independence and sovereignty should be respected. The EU in February launched a 6-month period of intensive monitoring and engagement to analyze whether Cambodia should lose its EBA trade status. Cambodia relies on the EBA to help boost the kingdom's garment industry because the status allows preferential access to the EU market. The EU and the United States demand that the government restore democracy, human rights, and fundamental freedoms in the wake of the CNRP, or the Cambodian National Rescue Party, being dissolved and press and civil society freedom suppressed. ASEAN countries reported progress made in the ASEAN Smart Cities Network, or ASEAN, during a meeting on the 6th to the 7th of June in Bangkok, Thailand. National representatives and chief smart city officers from ASEAN member states and the ASEAN Secretariat participated in the ASEAN Roundtable meeting and conference on smart and sustainable cities. It was chaired by Ajari Patanapanchai, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, and National Representative of Thailand to the ASEAN. ASEAN members briefed the meeting on the status of their respective smart city projects and discussed various issues pertaining to the ASEAN processes. A tour of the Digital Economy Promotion Agency headquarters was also conducted on the 6th of June afternoon, with briefing sessions on the various programs under Smart City Thailand, an initiative that is part of the Thai government's Thailand 4.0 blueprint. Meanwhile, attended by various partners, external stakeholders, and the general public, the conference on smart and sustainable cities on the June 7 included panel discussions on sustainable development goals and international cooperation in smart city development, as well as talks on smart city solutions and best practices. ASEAN continues to push forward on upholding human rights in pursuit of economic prosperity as the ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights conducted the 2019 AICHR Interregional Dialogue, sharing good practices on business and human rights on the 10th to the 11th of June in Bangkok, Thailand. The two-day dialogue took stock of recent progress among ASEAN member states in implementing the United Nations guiding principles on business and human rights, particularly development of a national action plan on business and human rights. It also discussed the interaction between the UNGPS and expansion of trade liberalization through free trade agreements. In his opening remarks, Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, Dr. Wisanu Kreyangam, highlighted that in addition to serving as a key to furthering economic prosperity and sustainable development in the region, UNGPS were also instrumental to tackle challenges that remains in its implementation, particularly in the areas of cross-border investments, environmental problems, and social disparities. Attended by 180 participants from the region and beyond, the dialogue noted the progress made globally to ensure the effective implementation of the UNGPS, namely the adoption of National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights by 21 countries around the globe and the launch of NAP by Thailand at the end of June 2019, which will be the first NAP in Southeast Asia.
At the famous pyramids of Giza. Stay tuned to watch Digital Nest every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Reporting from EBC Egypt Bureau, I'm Zara Angeles Valdez, and I am 1 with 25.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave some love by giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe here at EBC Digital Nest so you don't miss any of our upcoming features.
Mga kamag-anak, kaibigan at kababayan po namin sa Middle East and North Africa, masayang balita ang hatid po namin sa inyo. Ang Net25 ay makakasama nyo na sa inyong mga tahanan. Mapapanood nyo na ang inyong mga paboritong programa sa pamamagitan ng OSN, ang pinakamalaking entertainment network sa buong rehiyon. Sa Channel 725, maihahatid na namin sa inyo ang mga pangunahing balita at mahahalagang impormasyon. Kaya makisaya, makisalo tuwing umaga at panoorin ang mga programa ng mga hinahangaang celebrities and OPM artists, same day as the Philippines. You can also watch Net25 live and on demand anytime, anywhere on any mobile device on OSN Play. Kaya tawag na sa OSN to learn more on how to get Net25. Sa Net25 on OSN, siguradong at home ka dito. Welcome back. XinhuaNews.net reports that Thailand and Laos on Friday signed an agreement on building the fifth friendship bridge between Thailand's Boinkin province and Laos' Kansai province. Thailand's Transport Minister Arkom Termpiatpaisi said the bridge could be gateways for bilateral trade, investment, and tourism between the two neighboring countries. The construction of the 1.35 kilometers pre-stressed concrete bridge is estimated to take 3 years. The construction of the bridge is estimated to cost 3.93 billion baht, or about $126.77 million US dollars. The project covers a 15-kilometer long 2-lane road, mostly in Thai territory, with border of control facilities on both sides. To commemorate the 100 years of Philippine cinema and Mother's Day, the Film Development Council of the Philippines, or FDCP, honored the contributions of veteran actress Anita Linda to Philippine cinema at the Sandaan Dunong ng Isang Ina event. EBC Showbiz correspondent MJ Racadio witnessed this momentous event.
ABC Films attended an invitation-only red carpet event for Film Development Council of the Philippines on June 16, 2019 at Cinematic Center, Manila, in conjunction with 100-year celebration of Philippine cinema, honoring Miss Anita Linda, veteran actress, for her contribution to Philippine cinema. She has portrayed many characters from Sisa to Adela. Plus, Linda made 300 films under her belt. The program started with the cutting of a ribbon. Speech from her nephew, Ruel Pambid Jr.
Everybody in the family, siya talaga yung nag-serve na parang takbuhan. Every time may problema sa kanya talaga pumupunta. And she never turned anyone away. On cam, napaka-mapagbigay niyang artista. At off cam, napaka-mapagbigay niyang tao. Ganon na sobrang ganda na relationship namin dalawa. Actually, tawag sa kanya Anita. Dahil nakakahimik ka lang. Ang konting meron ka, makagawin pa sa'yo.
And award-winning director Adolfo Alex Jr.
Yung ginawa po namin yung pelikulang Circa, sabi lang niya po lagi sa amin ng mga artista kasama. Sabi lang niya po sinasabi na parang kaya ko pa ba? Hindi ko memorize yung script, natatakot ako. Pero pag nag-take na po, nakakalimutan pa po ng mga ibang ka-eksena kaysa sa kanya.
Followed by giving Miss Anita Linda an Achievement Award from the Chairperson of Film Development Council of the Philippines, Liza Dino.
Tita, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng pagmamahal at dedikasyong ibinigay ninyo sa industriya ng pelikulang Pilipino. We will treasure all these movies that you have made, all 300 of them, and I hope that we can get to restore some of them para kung maipalabas natin sa celebration natin ng ikasandaang taon ng pelikulang Pilipino.
Siguro talaga hindi kaya ng dibdib ko. Kasi salamat. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The highlights of the event were the life of Anita Linda, an exhibit, the various stages of her life as an actress, including her notable films and roles, as well as memorabilia from her life and career. The exhibit will last until September this year. Film Development Council of the Philippines, this is MJ Racadio, and always one of your 25.
Thai police said they have arrested an Italian man wanted in his home country after fleeing a jail sentence handed down for fraudulently using the name of actor George Clooney to lure people into investing in a bogus clothing company. Thailand's Crime Suppression Division says 58-year-old Francesco Galdelli was arrested Saturday near the city of Pattaya on suspicion of staying in the country illegally. Also arrested was 45-year-old Vanja Goffi on suspicion of overstaying her visa. Thai authorities say an Interpol notice has been issued for Galdelli. Police said Monday that the two did not yet have a lawyer, adding Galdelli was sentenced by a Milan court in 2010 to more than 8 years in jail after being found guilty of impersonating Clooney to trick investors. And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Maricar Velasco and I am 1 with 25.